Okay, Gary, can you hear me? Gary? So let me see if he's recording. Gary, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, so I put back up the semaphore because the 15-minute strategy is based on the semaphore. So basically it's like every 15 level 3 and level 2. In this case, level 3, this one is just the beginning. There is a signal, but let's look, for example, on Friday, this level 2. Now, when the signal closes, okay, I will go down to the 5 minute. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you called me. I will go down to the 5 minute. And I take the next entry. So right here, so that would have been 14:45, 14:15. So I will be the slow long in this case, which actually this was the other market open. Now I stay in the trade on the 15 minute until I see the next semaphore. Now the semaphore, more likely this one was here. Now, when the next candle open on the semaphore, if it's a green, so let's say I sell. If it's a green candle, I close the trade. But if it is a red candle, right, I don't close, so then the red candle will drop, and then the semaphore will drop below, right? And so on. So unless the last candle is a green, I won't close. If it's red, in this case, I close it. And that was it. So if the semaphore was here first, it would have been 200 pip. If it was down here, would have been whatever it was, okay? Now, we still want to look on the 1 hour though. Because if you take the trade on the 1 hour, and I show you why, trading with the 1 hour is better. So this case, this arrow here, the previous trade on the 1 hour looked like it was a sell, right? Right here, the arrow is there, right?
Yeah.
So that was trending with the trend. But if you look at this one here, it's still a level 2, which is okay. Okay? But it was just a pullback. You see that?
Yes.
Nevertheless, it's good pip. If you look at this one here, 26.11.15 is this one here, which is level 3 in the 5 minute. So you were going in here up to, excuse me, right there. Boom, and you stay in the trade until the fifth. So on the 5 minute, you only entry, you close it. You don't worry anymore the 5 minute. You only monitor on the 15. Okay. Now, I won't take any level 1, none of them, no level 1. The best is so level 3 and level 2 on the 15 minutes. When I do take the level 2, they are not trending with the trend in the 1 hour. I know there's going to be a shorter trade. Okay. Like this one here was the previous day. It was a buy on the 1 hour. You follow me? Get the signal. Now, this can go hand to hand with the opening. So if we were, so let's say we have a signal, but here it would have been, it wouldn't be like 4 o'clock in the morning. There is no way I wouldn't take this trade. But when I open the chart, I see this, especially when I show this, there's a continuation. What I do, let's say I open the chart time right here, 15:15. I go on the 5 minute, with the 5 minute, and I take the next signal on the 5 minute. 15:15, it would have been this signal here. Okay. Now I Now, once I'm in, now I know that my axis is going to be the semaphore, right? But in the meantime, if you pay attention, also there is the market open now involved in this. Now I am already in. If I am not, I'm going to take the next signal right here, right? Which is 5 minutes after the open. Remember Friday, as what happened that this damn star, it was already here.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a level 2. It was right here. This is why I didn't take the trade, because I have a level 2. But if you will lock first of all to this signature here, by this, sorry, this one here, it has to be like that. If we have looked at this on Friday, we know that the trend is already started because we have this, and because also on the 15 minutes, we have this, right?
Okay.
So Friday, that level 2 was at the scene, but on the 15 minute, we know now that, especially when we have this, we know that the trend is going to go. Okay, so on the 5 minute, you enter here. I won't look on the 1 minute no longer, to be honest. I will just stick with the 5 minute. You know, right here, the entry would be like, this is the open, you see that candle, and they have a pullback of 70 pip, and then you give it the dot. If you put this dot in the 1 minute is the arrow. But you don't need to go in the 1 minute, it's right there. See that?
Yeah.
This dot actually is the level 3 right here on the 1 minute. But I think for myself, the scalping, I'm done with scalping. So I just look in 15 and 5, and now on the 15, what I was doing, that was before I start to play with the index. I find out the strategy, and I used on Forex. And my first 8 trades, they are all won. And then, you know, the shiny object, what they call syndrome, then, you know, Stan start to post, oh, 500 pip, 300 pip, 200 pip with the SPSL. Let me look into that. And I kind of forgot that this was a good strategy, the 15 minute with the semaphore. So basically, the 5 minute will be the same. And especially if there is a slow long involved like that, because it could the 1 minute, we have the, you know, we have the perfect entry here with the slow long, but too many slow long at the 1 minute.
Right.
And on the 5 minute you have here, we know that this was already the beginning of the trend because we have the signal and the slow long, you know, break through the 50 with the low, and then here it tests this, boom, that's the entry. And basically with the 15 minute, you can take every single entry on the level 3 star, I mean, the same thing here. See the star, signal, candle 8. Want to make sure that we're trending with the trend, and then you go down here, and here is the entry right there.
You're entering off of the 5 minute.
On the 5 minutes. So the signal closer, unless you move, but this right now is at 8. So right here is 740. So I take next signal. I can take this all along too. That's fine. I take this all along, but maybe I'm going to wait until the price break below. You can tell, you see it retested.
Yeah.
Break below, and I go in. Now when I'm in, right here, so 850, basically I would have gone in a little late, but maybe here. But you know what? I'm pretty sure this candle moves, so I'm 90% sure that this signal, it was good. So let's say you get in between these two, right? Somewhere in there. And then this, you don't look at anymore. You're done with that. Just do what I just did. And then you're looking for this semaphore. If you drop it there.
Okay. You're looking for the next semaphore then.
You're waiting for not the signal, the semaphore. But remember, the semaphore will also drop. So make sure that when they close their candle under the semaphore, I mean above the semaphore, If it's a green candle like this one, you can get out. But let's say the semaphore appear in this candle. Let's say it appear in this candle here, okay? Under this.
Okay.
Candle close. Now the next candle start is right here, right? It starts like that. It's red. Now I'm not gonna get out because the candle, when it goes down, the semaphore is gonna jump below, right? So now you're still in the trade. Now the candle close, the next one up here is green, boom, I get out. Even though we're just a little pullback. And then if you want to get in again, because look at this, this is the open market, right? All you have to do, you go on the 5 minute, you look for the next signal. And this, you see, it emerges with the open market as well. And it's beautiful because now you already have the duration. You should be actually already in the trade this way. If you're not in the trade, so that is 26. It's right here. So that's the market open. Now you see market open. First of the question, where are we in the market? Level 3 star or level 2 will tell you we're in the market. We are buy seller. Look, in the 15 minute seller, 1 minute seller. So we are trading with the trend. Now let's say that you just got out here. Now you have a signal on the 5 minute. This one here. Because this one here is this. Now you get in again. This actually is the open market. And then on the 5 minute, you get out on the next what? Signal. This is the open market strategy, right?
All right.
So you get out here. On the 15 minute, you get out here. Same thing, actually, but a little bit lower, right? And then you can tell this was the next signal, and you can go on like right here. There is no trade like this one here, for example. Look, now you say yes, a level 2, right? But look, level 2 is a sell. But if you look on the 1 hour, are we seller here? You tell me yes or no. Is this line here? Is this line here? Are we a seller here?
No.
Right. So we are trending against the trend, and sure enough, it was just a pullback because there was a buy, right? We were buying since the day before. So even though it's a level 2, like I said before, so when it's a level 3, you can be sure the level 3 is the beginning of the reversal. You always have the arrow on the 1 hour, okay? Right here, when you have the start. When you have a level 2, you need to make sure it's trending with the trend on the 1 hour. Otherwise, there is still pip, believe me. Look, this is a 15 minute. So look, from here to that is probably, look, 60 pip. You're not going to lose that trade, but you got to be careful. Be sure that you are the trend. And then, like here, this arrow without the semaphore, they are not working. This is actually the open market. Let's take a look at this. So on the 15 minute, are we trading with the trend? So by the way, this is not the arrow. The arrow is this. Okay.
Okay.
So this arrow is supposed to be here. I'm pretty sure when the market was at this time, the arrow was whether below or under this candle. Then they moved back after the past, but I'm sure it was here. So if it was here, you always look in the 1 hour. So we are trading with the trend. Now you go on the 5 minute here. That's not easy to see because this is actually moved, but I know it was done here. So you will have to take this arrow here because this arrow is actually just after the opening, right here. And then you stay until probably here. So this semaphore probably was here, which is this semaphore here. As far as the open market in this case, it's a little more tricky, but look. $16.30 is this candle here. Now, where are we in the market previous to this, previous to the thing, to the opening? We are seller. Remember the start dictating the direction on the 5 minute. Now, why we are seller? Because this arrow here, this is 1 hour. It was here, right? So this arrow appear after the opening, but previous to the opening, oops, I'm talking about here, right? I'm talking about this, where were we? So, sorry, I lost let me look at the time because the date. 25:16, 25:16. So this is the open. So this star here, it was this dot here, right? So previous to the market, on the 5 minute, okay, I was talking to myself.
Okay, I'm back, David. My computer went down.
Okay, so on the 5 minute here, so previous to the market, we are seller, right? On the 15 minute, we are seller. Now here, there is no signal. This is the only time you go on the 1 minute. There is no signal here, right? Then now you go on the 1 minute to find the signal. Right here, the signal is on the opening. See the level 3 there?
Okay.
Okay, so the level 3 there is this. So as far as open market, as far as 15 minute, let me add the 1 minute in here. So okay, so we are right here on the 625. So now I'm telling you, I'm explaining the 15 minute, but also I'm pointing out the open market again, because there's a new guy that just started, you know, I want to make sure he's understood that one too. So right here on the 625, so on the 5 minute, there is no signal. We have a signal here. We have a signature. Let's go signature. Semaphore. So this entry was here. That you know, it goes back in the past, but on the when it happened, the signal was after the semaphore. And then we have a slow long. Okay, that's what you want to wait for, the slow long when you take the trade on the 5. But there was not on the 1 minute. There was 5 minutes, there is no signal, so now you go on the 1 minute, you take the signal here, okay? And then the only time you go on the 1 minute, if there is not a signal on the 5, that's the only time I'm gonna use the 1 minute. Then on the 5 minute, I go out on the next resistance in this case, which will be the trade probably from here all the way here, 200 pip. The one I took in the 15 minute, if I took it, obviously not because I'm not trading at night, but it will be 625.9, 625. It's right here, 625.9. Okay, so you will have to take on the entry for this, you go on the 5 minutes different than the market open, right? 625.9. So this signal was here, so it was right there. You will have to take that, and then you have stayed here until probably right here. This is another clear example. Look, 625.9. Where was it? Right here. So this semaphore more likely appear on this resistance first, and it was probably level 2. But that would have been your exit. But remember what I told you before? So the market came down here, and then it closed right there, right? And then the semaphore will appear below this swing. Now, if you look closely, the next candle is, where is it now? Oh, it's right here. So the next candle is, you see when it open, when this open a little bit above, but what is the color? It's red. Because when the candle open, it's like a line, very thin line, like this. And then it grow red, right? So even though you have a resistance and you have the semaphore, you don't want to close as yet until you confirm the color. If it's this the next candle, when it grows red, you stay there. And if you have stayed, look how much peep more you will get. Now, this close right here, right? Follow me, Gary?
Yes, yep.
Now, when the next candle open, you see it's green, you see right away. Now you know that this is gonna grow, and that will be the exit. And this we're talking about 15 minutes, so this is a good tip. 260 right there, okay? And then basically it. You can do the same thing like this one here, for example. Now you wanna make sure you're trading with the trend, right? So there was 26, 25.9, 25, 25.9. Yeah, 25.9. So it was before of this. So we were trending with the trend because the previous arrow, it was a sell. This one here is 26. Now here, you see that you have a buy signal. Remember what I said, you can take all the level 2 on the 15 minute. But remember also I said, make sure you're trending with the trend because it might be just a pullback. Surely enough, this one is a pullback because if you look, the candle 6 on the 1 hour, we are still seller. It's consolidating, but the previous direction, it was a sell. Sure enough, if you take that, you get a loss. See that?
Yep, I see it.
Very important. When you take level 2, level 3, there is no problem because when there is the level 3 here, you have the signal on the 1 hour.
Okay.
And this worked very well. So try on Monday or even tomorrow. See, you enter somewhere in there. There are good people like this one. There's a previous one, same thing. So this one here, we were trading with the trend. You see this one here is a buyer, and here's the signal trading with the trend. And that's it. And most of the time it will help you because when you are in the trade before the market open, like let's say on a Friday, for you, you could have been in this trade because it's for you, there will be 6:30 for you, 6:15. You might have been there. Let's say that you were in this trade, all right? Now you know that you're not gonna get out until the next semaphore. Now when the market opened on Friday, you probably were already in the trade, right? Because you took the trade basically up here. So now you know that this thing is going. So you wait in just, you don't worry about in 1 minute, open up and down, all this craziness. That's not existing anymore. You're waiting for the next signal on the sell, on the 5, to get in for the market open. Because you're already trending on the 15 minutes, you follow me?
Yeah.
And if you're not trending the 15 minutes, you know already that you just need to look. The trade is already started. And on the market open, all you do, you get the volume of the push, but it will still go in the same direction. See that? We have a pullback actually the market open. That's actually the market open right there. So you're waiting for the pullback, and then you get in on the 5 minutes, forget the 1 minute, you go in there. And then let's say that you miss this entry, you get in the computer somewhere in here, now you go down to the 1 minute. You know, let's say that you get in front of the computer right there, whatever it is, right there. 17:10. Now you find the next entry right here on the 1 minute. It's the only time you go in on the 1 minute. 1710. So the next is going to be, that 1 minute, yeah, 1731. You go in right there. Wait a moment. It's not the same data. My bad. My bad. So 1710. Oh yeah. 626, 1710. 626, 1710. Yeah, you're breaking bad. Anyway, so you got in on the 1 minute, 1710. So boom, your next entry, because on the 5 minute you get in somewhere in here and sit in the computer, your next entry is right there. And actually you're close to the end of the trade. But look at that. 150, 170 pip. And that's pretty much it. Any question, Gary?
Yes. What is different now?
What is different that I introduced this. This is 15-minute strategy from signal to semaphore. And you stay in there from signal to semaphore. That was different. But also will help you to trade the market open, like I said before, because you already, if you are in this trade, you know that the trade is going to still going, and it did. If you are in this trade here, when the market open, you wait just for the next 5 minutes signal. Follow me?
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just make sure on the fee, because 15 minutes, they have pretty big pullbacks. So you don't want to end it up to enter against the trend in the 1 hour. You need to look for the duration on the 1 hour when you take the level. Level 3 is money in the bank, like this one here. So this actually, we had a pullback because on the 1 hour, we don't have a signal yet. You see that?
Yeah.
See, there is no signal yet. So as far as we're concerned, we still a sell. And sure enough, in the 15 minute, we have a sell, but guess what? This is still considered a pullback. And sure enough, if you had get in the 15 minute here, you're still good, but you got 80 pip of drawback.
Right. Right. Okay.
So you're still in this trade, but and it's a good pip.
Yeah.
But
okay.
The candle close, you see, it went. Actually, you know what? Look, if you let take this 22.45 on the 5 minute, 22.45 is this candle. So if you went this candle close, it went up 40 pip, but guess what? 120 pip against you, so you have lost the trade. Unless you put the stop loss below, let me rephrase. You gotta put the stop loss below the previous high. In this case, the previous low for a buy, right? That is below the star. So you will still be in the trade, but you will be experiencing 120 people drawdown. And so this more likely still gonna go, but we don't know yet because on the 1 hour, we don't have direction. On the 30 minute, we already have direction. There is an arrow below here. You won't see it, but it's right there. Because this start to reverse because we hit a big support. This is a big support. But this is why it's important to trade with the trend. The trend is going to be dictated on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, for example, we have that was an amazing trade on Friday. It's sitting here, more likely it's going to go. But again, there is no arrow yet. But Friday, when we trade, there was the direction on the 1 hour already, on the 4 hour. So 4 hour, Friday, 1 hour. See, on the 1 hour, the previous was midnight. Before me, actually was 5, 6, 7 p.m. And this arrow here, let's see what time is that one. 26:09. So 26:09. So this arrow here is up here. All I'm saying on Friday, from the 5 minutes up to the 4 hour, everything was a sell. This is why it dropped so big. Right now, if you take this trade here, you're still against the trend. See, in the 1 hour, still a sell. 4 hours, but if you wait, so what's going to happen here on Friday, on Monday, tomorrow, whatever it is. So there is a good chance that this is the 5 minute, right? This is going to drop, maybe comes a little lower, or maybe goes down to the next resistance. Then the 3, it's going to push up again. And then on the 15 minutes, we're going to have, on the 1 hour, sorry, the 15 minute, we already have the signal. But as another thing to keep in mind, I noticed that when the price hit big area of support and resistance like this one, you see right here, the first time he hit, give the pullback, then it hit again, and then it dropped. This is the 1, 2, 3, very important, 1, 2, 3 right here. Same thing on the 5 minute. Star, 1, 2, 3. And then there is a good chance that on tomorrow, this is going to do the same thing. It's going to go up, you see, because we are buying where we are below this. Remember, here we sell because we went below the 50, right?
Right.
But to buy, we need to be above the 50.
Yeah.
So there is a good chance this thing is not quite, it might go all the way up straight up, but price action said that the price, it will go probably above the 50. So this probably is going to come down here, and then it's going to retest like here below, and then retest, and then it go. So I wouldn't take this, even though you have level 3, like I said before, and signal. You have to remember that on the 1 hour, we are still on a sell. So by the time you have the signal on the 1 hour here, on the 15 minute, he already did this. Maybe it's already up here. He already did the retest. Now we're going to go up. To be 100% sure, because this trade here on Friday, there was no way you're going to lose this trade, whether it was on the 5, on the 15, because you got 4 frame on the same direction.
Right. Okay.
So I would say go away from the 5 minute. I know there is people NASDAQ, but all the big, there is people that, no, I didn't know person. Before I was in this company called ILM, and I was with one guy, was called Michelangelo. It was like a master trader. And he was teaching me like I'm doing now with you. And so there were like 85,000 members in the damn company. It's like, I think it's becoming a $2 billion company. And hundreds of teacher tunnels in strategy. But anyways, there were some of them, and they're like a 7 to 9 figure beside the owner that is probably a billionaire, a multi-billionaire, I would say.
Yeah.
Most of these guys, some of them, they are still doing the 10 pip. Some of them, they do 10 pip. And they go like lot 20, 30, whatever it is. But most of them, they are intraday traders. They don't scalp anymore. Because there is more pips in a higher frame, is more safe, because the market, it doesn't change like up and down like in the 1 minute, right? So it will move, will take time to do its move. So eventually we want to become more intraday trader, and this strategy here, like for example, if you look on Friday, you can go from start to start on the 1 hour. And there was one guy, actually I talked to him is the one that showed me this indicator here, by the way. I would just study it, but it's not even worth it to look at it. But Friday, he traded on the 1 hour from start to start on the 1 hour, and it didn't go out until you see the next hour. And he posted, was like over 700 people, something.
Yeah.
So you can do the same thing on the 15-minute in the 1 hour as well. You go in on the 1 hour, you stay until the next semaphore, but let's start on the 15-minute, at least the 15-minute I tested. I know it's working. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, my friend Gary, so this indicator here is something else, but it's very good. I actually read a little bit in the internet, but it's made of a lot of things. But the more I look in other stuff, the more I realize this, because this semaphore here, this is a Elliott waves that is a very, very, very important way to make analysis. And then we have this arrow, there are the pivot, I think, and then we have the Fibonacci. I think we have, matter of fact, I'm gonna take it out. We have everything we need.
Okay, is that I need to add?
This indicator, no, I was just studying it. It's not worth it. Don't worry, just look at your arrow. Now put up what you need to do. You want to put up your semaphore again, so take a picture of this. As the color of your semaphore. Do you have the phone handy?
Well, that's what I'm on now. I'm going to have to write it down.
Oh.
My computer went down.
I send it to you, don't worry. I send it to you. I make a picture and send it to, but those of you that are watching the recording, just take a picture of this. And there's the input. So you will need to change this number right here, I think. And then pretty much it. And then, yeah, the other indicator are the same.
Okay, yeah, send that to me.
Yeah, Christopher just arrived, but maybe I go over with Christopher for the market open one more time. Christopher, okay. Are you there?
Yep.
Yeah, I have hard time to record today. I wanted to record, but my OneDrive Clouds was not working. Now I install it and I'm recording this session, and hopefully, but I went through with Gary because I introduced a different strategy on top of the one that we do.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna send it to you, but right now, because you're here, I'm gonna go over really quick on the market open.
Okay.
So I introduced this semaphore here. This was, you have to load the map again. This is for the 15-minute, but the 5-minute. Now you text me then that you were trading last Friday night, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Friday night. So when you sit down at the market open, you ask yourself where I am in the market. And the answer is, you look on your left, the previous, whether it's a level 3 or level 2. See, there is a 2 in there, and there's a 3.
Yeah.
Now, the level 3 here on the 1 hour is the arrow. So the 1 hour is the direction. So you want to trade in the direction of the trend. On the 15-minute, you always have a signal, which is that. Okay, this is the market open on London. Now, you could have taken this entry here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that you missed the market open, you enter, sit down 5 minutes later. Then you're gonna down in the 1 minute. The only time you go down in the 1 minute if you miss the 5-minute entry. And you take the next signal for a sell, which is behind this semaphore. There is a sell signal.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, on the 1 minute, Gary, you can take rid of the semaphore. No semaphore on the 1 minute. Now, when you get in on the 1 minute, forget about the 1 minute. You monitor your trade on the 5 minute. So more likely you got in right into the beginning. Then you have a tiny pullback. Now you see that signal?
Yeah.
This is your exit, but you can start when you see this dot here. So this dot probably was below this wick, and then it's gonna repaint, right? So in this 5 minute, you know, you have the candle, you have the clock right here, right? By the side of your candle, right?
Yeah.
So when the clock goes to 0, then you have the next candle grow. Now, if this dot is here, the next candle grow, and it grow below this instead of above, now you know that you can stay still another 5 minutes in the trade, and then the market goes down. So this dot here from here, it will drop below this candle. Now, the next is going to be the same thing. Timer goes to 0, next candle appear, and is red, and is below this. Now, you know you're going to stay. Time is good to 0 now. You see the difference now. Next candle is going to grow. When it grows, it's a little line. It's like this, you know? So when the timer goes 0, you have a little line, and it's green, boom, you get out. Because if you wait for the signal, your signal is appear. Then instead to get out here, you get out there. See the difference?
Yeah.
30 pip or more. So that is the market open. So market open here, this is the default. It opened at 6:30, right? 2-hour time. So 6:30 is right there. Now, what you ask to yourself as soon you sit down? You
Say
ask.
again?
I will tell you what you ask to yourself when you sit down. You're looking
Where
for
was
the trade.
where was the market going?
Exactly. Where are we going?
Down.
Exactly, because that is you're gonna double check on the 1 hour. We are still sellers since the night before. Okay. 15 minute. Here's the sell right here, right?
Yeah.
So if you have level 3 in the 5 minute, is level 2 in the 15, and level 1 in the 1 hour. Okay. Once you have level 1 in the 1 hour, this is a big reversal. When you have a level 3 in the 1 hour, anything else will be level 3, like a level 3 and level 3. Okay. When you do see that, like now, this is going to be a big reversal if continue to go up, but you gotta wait for the arrow, the duration, the 1 hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Level 3 is a powerful exhaustion signal. Okay, so 6:30, we are seller. Now there is no signal yet. You see, there is the signal is a dot. Now, let's say that you sat in the computer before this. Let's say you sat down here, and you see this. Like behind this, there is a arrow. It's not visible, but it's there. Then you have the slow long. Slow long always appear after the price break the 50. And you can say broke the 50, and then it went back and retested. See, broke and retested, and then they give you the signal, and then it go. Now this is the signal, so you want to see level 3 or level 2. See the 2 signal is low long. And then when the market open, let's say, so if you could have taken this trade on the slow long here, but this will be 5:15, maybe you were asleep, maybe not. But when the market open is right here, so you wait the next 5 minutes, because when it open, it went against you 60 pips. And then
I
you
thought
get
that New York started at 5 o'clock. Was that false?
New York start on so right here on the Pacific coast is 6:30 when the New York start over there.
Okay.
So this line you have on your is by default is a even number. I put 16 because I know that when I see this in 30 minutes, and also the pre-market always move.
Okay.
Then on the 5 minute, you stay in the trade until you see the next arrow, not the semaphore, next arrow. And again, the
Okay.
same thing, when the arrow appear, wherever appear, when the candle close under the arrow, I mean above the arrow, you always look, it's gonna be green, yes, or then I close the trade. If you close right here and the next candle is red, no, I'm not closing. I'm gonna go another 5 minutes. And then I go another 5 minutes. And then here is indecision. It was a doji. So you stay in there because during the 5 minutes, I'm not sure, but until you basically see the next candle, which is this one, that will be the end of your trade.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's
Can you go
relatively
to the
simple.
very far right?
Yep.
So
So
the
the
last
time is
can
running. The time is running out in 10 minutes. I can send a new link and stand a little longer, but I already spent 45 minutes with the. So we still have 10 minutes though. Go ahead. So what you
yeah.
want?
So I know we're still in a downtrend. Would we put in a sale order, or because the last arrow was a buy?
Okay.
Would we put on a buy originally?
No. So you have to understand that we were just talking is the market open.
Yeah.
The market open because
Oh, okay.
there is volume during the market open. You see this
Yeah.
big drop here on the
Yep.
15 minute right here. This because there is during the night there is a lot of pending order happening. They put a lot of pending order the previous night,
Okay. Yeah.
pre-markets. Then when the market open, all of those orders get filled all together, and then this is why you see this big push. Now you want to trade there because there is a lot of volume. So in other words, in this trade, we were already. This will make sense when I explain you the next strategy. But the trade is already start right here. And what happened, this is the re-entry in this dot right here. And then we have the push of the opening. Now this trade has to be closed when you see the next signal against you.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can go in again on the opposite signal and then close it again. And then here again and again. And then when you get, this is level 3. Level 3 is meaning now is about to reverse, and it did. Okay? So
Okay.
this is exhaustion. This is an exhaustion indicator. This is level 1 is weak, level 2 is stronger, and level 3 is the strongest. Now, I
Okay.
won't buy as yet because, remember, we want to trade with the trend. What the trend is here. This is the 1 hour. You see the previous arrow is up here?
Yep.
So we were selling. I don't see
Yep.
any arrow yet here. I don't take buy yet. Because also, obviously, we are below the 50. You don't buy below the 50. You sell below the 50.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. The market break below the 50, and here again, and we start to sell. So do you understand the open market strategy?
Yeah.
Ask yourself, and the split is, the next one is a little, is easier actually. It has to do with this semaphore here, this light. And so you take the one that level 3 and level 2. Gary, you still there by any sense? No. So this is my stop. So if you don't talk from time to time, I might not know that the session is over. I might talk by myself.
Yeah.
It was 10 minutes. Are you still there?
I am.
You are still there. Okay, so if he's in, I can do another session, that's fine. I will send another link. But anyway, so the 15 minute, we take all the level 3 and all the level 2. But you have to have the signal after. If there is,
Okay.
for example, this is level 1, you don't take that. You don't take that. You don't take an arrow without the signal. You don't take that. You don't take that. Now, also the level, so let me see one example. The level 3 on Friday. Guys, I'm on the phone. So that's the 5 minutes. I'm on the wrong spot. Get out, out. I'm on the phone, die. So you take the level 2 right here, okay?
Uh-huh.
When the candle close, the arrow, you look at the time, so there will be 6:26, 14, 15. Then you go down on the 5 minute. So that was 5 minutes earlier, later, so you take that one, that's your end. Now you don't get out on the next signal against you on the 5 minute, you get out on the next semaphore against you. I'm on the phone, no, I don't wanna hear, guys. Don't wanna hear. Two toddlers in the same room.
Oh, you're good.
So you stay in the trade on the 15 minute until you have this semaphore against you. Same rule apply. So if it's the semaphore appear here, and then you wait for the next candle. If it's green, you get out. And if it's red, you stay. Now, this is a long, so when you do see this, remember this, long is mean the trend will continue. So if you let go, get out here, now you go on the 5 minute, you look for the next entry. So on the next entry, so you will have got out, I will believe it was this area here.
Uh-huh.
Then on the next entry, you get the next dot, okay? It doesn't matter if it's a dot or an arrow for the re-entry. And you stay, and then you get out on the 15 minute. So you will probably go in this area here, the next dot. So this semaphore, it will repaint, probably was here. So maybe you will be out here again. So that's another 80 pip.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do the same thing. You go back on the 1 hour, on the 5 minute, here again, another entry. This is a big entry now. And you stay in the 15 minute, now you got in probably in here, and now your next semaphore is gonna appear whether it's here or here. And same rule apply. Now, if the semaphore is under this wick, the next candle when the clock is 0 is red, right? You see, because when up here, the candle is gonna be like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's red. Now this time you stay there, like I told you before. And then it's gonna go down here, right here, and it close. Semaphore is down here, and the next arrow grow here, and it's red. You stay there, and then you get out here because the next candle is gonna be green, and now you know that this is gonna go up. This is a 15 minutes, a lot of pip. See that?
Mm-hmm.
70 pip. And that will be the end of the trade. And then this thing went down again. Now, this is the next re-entry on the 15 minute. Okay, so so the semaphore is here. Okay, never mind. You close the trade, because otherwise, if you take this, it's gonna be a buy because you have this. So when the semaphore here, also the signal appear below for the buy, but you're looking for a sell because, let me explain. On the 1 hour, remember, you always want to trade with the trend. Level 2 on the, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Level 2 here, you want to make sure that on the 1 hour we're trading with the trend, and the 1 hour we are seller, right? From the night before. But if you take, let me give another example now. Level 3, right here, that's definitely you trading with the trend because this level 3 here is the level 3 on the 1 hour. Okay, now you get the level 2, for example, right here. You know, you have a level 2 right here, right?
Yeah.
And so the signal was on top probably. Now, if you sell, you are trading against the trend. Look, because this is right here. On the 1 hour, we are buyer. Previously, we are still on a buy, right? It was just consolidating. So what happened, there is still pip in here, but when you sold in here, you see, boom, it was just a pullback because it went back. So you want to make sure that when you take the level 2 on the 15 minutes, make sure they're trading with the trend. You can still
Okay.
take them, but be aware it's going to be a pullback, because then you go down to the 5 minute. See, you have to go down the 5 minute, and there will be so these are two different strategies, but hopefully you don't get confused. But this is very easy, as you can see.
Yeah.
That will be from here to there. It's still 100 pip. You see, there are still pip in there. Right there. Actually, it's 50. Okay, so, but do not take level 1. Only level 3. And level 3, definitely you're trading with the trend to the next semaphore. Level 2, make sure you trade with the trend in the 1 hour. And then for the re-entry, you go down to the 1 to 5 minute. After, if you want to re-entry, let's say you missed the first entry. Let's say you get in front of the computer, because you're not going to be there all the time, there for sure.